These are the 5 pets you will only need in order to make trillions inside Grow a Garden, and let me tell you how to do that. But before we start guys, I'm about to reach 3,000 subscribers, so if you would like to join that OG 3,000, then I would recommend on you subscribing right now because I'm also doing a Mimic Octopus giveaway. So if you would like to join that, then just subscribe right now and comment down your username to join. But before we waste any more time, then let's get back in the video. Now the first pet that I would recommend on you guys getting is the starfish pet. Now the starfish pet is super overpowered because it could literally make you trillions. First of all, if you didn't know, there is such thing as pet slots and egg slots, and this starfish pet could literally make you trillions just from unlocking those pet slots, because if you didn't know, you can unlock pet slots with pet levels, and if you have a pet at a certain level, you could basically trade it for more pet slots. Now if you don't know why pet slots are super good inside Grow a Garden, it's because you can literally have more than one dragonfly, more than a billion raccoons, or a trillion of whatever pet you wanted. And these pet slots are literally so overpowered to make you trillions. But not only that, is because a bunch of people are looking for high leveled pets, because you would need around a level 20 pet, a level 30 pet, a level 45 pet, a level 60 pet, and a level 70 pet in order for you to unlock those pet slots. Now if you didn't know, the starfish has this ability where it could boost the amount of XP it could get inside Grow a Garden, and this makes the starfish pet super overpowered because you can get up to 6 to 10 XP per second even if it is hungry. Yes guys, even if it is hungry, you don't even have to feed the starfish pet in order for it to gain levels. But let me tell you why and how you can use the starfish pet in order to earn trillions. Well, you can do that through trading. If you don't know guys, there is such thing as trading in the game. If you go to the Discord of Grow a Garden, you can find that at the very bottom of the game inside the game page inside Roblox. And then after you do that, you will find this page called Looking For. And then you can put there what level of starfish you have and you can trade it to other players. Let me tell you why that is so overpowered. A bunch of players are willing to offer 1 trillion or more to up to 3 trillion in order for them to unlock all 8 pet slots. And not only that, is that only one level 75 starfish or pet can literally sell for 3 trillion or more if they wanted to. This is super overpowered guys because you can literally make trillions and trillions if you just AFK inside the game with either an alt or your main account with just these starfishes. But enough of the starfish, and let's move on to the second pet, which is the moon cat. Now the moon cat is super overpowered guys, and I would recommend on you to get this for yourself. The moon cat has this ability where it can have this size bonus for plants around it. Yes guys, it will give a size bonus. But not only that is so overpowered for all fruits inside your garden, but you can literally use the moon cat for any fruit inside the game and make it as huge as possible. You could literally make any plant worth trillions if you just have the moon cat and a bunch of mutations. Now of course guys, you would also still need mutations, but this new moon cat will literally make a 60 kg plant work up to 120 or maybe even 200 kg if you have 4 stacks of it. Of course the chances of that happening is very rare, but I would still recommend on you getting the moon cat because it will still make those candy blossoms, sunflowers, or any OP plant inside the game worth trillions if you had it with this size bonus. Now guys, the third plant that I will be talking about is the toucan. Now if you watched my last video about the toucan, you would know why this is super overpowered. But let me tell you guys anyway, because I don't want to waste your time with that 8-minute video. Now first of all, the toucan is super overpowered and I would recommend on you getting it because it boosts tropical plants. Yes guys, it boosts the growth of the tropical plants inside the game. That means all of the new plants that were just added in the Mega Summer Harvest will work so much better with the toucan pet and the parasol flower and other more that were also added in the last update. This is super overpowered guys, and I would recommend on you getting the toucan pet because a bunch of tropical plants are just really overpowered inside the game. Not only that, is because if you didn't know, the coconut is one of the best plants inside the game right now because it has the tropical sprinkler as well. If you combine the tropical sprinkler and the toucan, you can literally make up to 1,000 kilogram tropical fruits or more if you wanted to. And this is super overpowered guys, and I would recommend on on you to have the toucan pet. Not only that is because the toucan pet is very cheap to get. If you trade for a toucan pet, it costs around 100 million or 50 million or up to 1 billion. It depends on what the other person is asking for. Of course, 1 billion will be an overprice, but I would still recommend on you trying to get it because it is gonna make you so much more money than 1 billion. Anyways, I would still try to get all of these pets, but I would recommend on you trying to get these next 3 pets, and yes, 3, and let me tell you why I would tell you to get these 3 pets instead. Well, first of all, it is a dragonfly or a butterfly. Yes, I use the word or because you can either use one of these 2 pets. First of all is the dragonfly. Now, the dragonfly has this ability where it can turn any plant into gold every 5 minutes. Yes, guys, 5 minutes. That is super overpowered, especially if you're trying to get the best plants inside the game. Now, guys, the dragonfly is super overpowered because you can literally sell your plants for 1 trillion easily. And let me tell you that the dragonfly is one of the most important pets inside the game because any person who has the dragonfly inside their garden is guaranteed to have 1 trillion, because not only is the dragonfly super rare, it is super expensive to get, and I would tell you to save up at least 20 trillion because you can buy the dragonfly for around 5 trillion with trading. But let me tell you why the dragonfly is super essential to have in your garden. If it applies gold every 5 minutes inside your garden, you would literally have around 12 fruits golden by the end of the hour, and by the end of the day you could have around 200 to 300 gold fruits a day. And yes, guys, that will literally make your whole garden into golden if you just have a bunch of fruits or at least 1 plant of every single thing in the game. That is super overpowered because let me tell you, if you stack this with a bunch of mutations, you would be able to make trillions and trillions. Since the dragonfly applies gold to your plants, it will multiply all of the other mutations by 20. Yes, guys, 20, which makes it very good, especially if you're trying to get 1 trillion so fast in the game. But not only the dragonfly is overpowered, but I would recommend on you to get the butterfly as well. If you didn't know, the butterfly has this ability that applies rainbow in the cost of 5 mutations. What do I mean by 5 mutations? Well, if you have the 5 easiest mutations to get in the game, then you could literally make your plant a rainbow and it will reset all of your mutations and turn it into rainbow. Now, this is really overpowered, guys, because rainbow literally gives 100 times multiplier. Yes, guys, 100 times multiplier to all of the other weather mutations. So even if it does reset, it will still have a higher mutation even if it had just gold. Rainbow is the best mutation inside the game, and I would recommend on you trying to get it because it is super overpowered. Not only that is because the butterfly literally gives it every 30 minutes. That means you will have around 2 rainbow fruits every hour, and you would have around 48 fruits rainbow, and that is very good, guys, especially if you are trying to make trillions inside Grow a Garden. Anyways, if you would want to make a trillion easily, you would also need the rainbow mutation anyways, and I would recommend on you trying to get this butterfly as much as possible. It is even cheaper than some of the pets, and especially this next pet that I will be talking about, and this is the raccoon pet. I would recommend on you only trying to get the raccoon pet if you have a bunch of money. But let me tell you why the raccoon is super overpowered. If you didn't know though, the raccoon has this ability that can basically steal any fruit from another player's garden. But what is so good about this is one plant alts. If you don't know what one plant alts are, then one plant alts are basically another account that has this one fruit that is literally worth trillions, either with a sunflower, a candy blossom, or anything very high priced. The reason why this is so overpowered is because it literally could dupe pets for a bunch of money. If you had like a 1 trillion plant inside Grow a Garden, you could literally dupe that fruit once every 15 minutes. Yes, guys, it can dupe it once every 15 minutes. That is super overpowered, and I would recommend on you to try to get the raccoon pet. However, this is very expensive as it could cost you around 17 trillion to up to 25 trillion just to get one of these. However, if you do get one of these, then it wouldn't be any problem to get so much more because you could literally buy or trade a raccoon for like every single day, and you can get 8 raccoons very easily just from having one. And you can get this raccoon still in this update by doing the summer harvest, which I would recommend recommend on you doing, especially with other methods and the tomato method. And that is all of the pets that you will only need to make trillions inside Grow a Garden. If you would like to see more videos like this, then subscribe right now, and until tomorrow's upload, goodbye!